G Shaw Cypher. You were tuned in to On the Grind Live, presented by the Grind Report, where we support independent and unsigned artists and anybody that's grinded in any field, and no matter what that field is, you know what I'm saying? If you a fitness person, if you a yoga person, if you a small business person, you sell shirts, you do nails, you know what I mean? Whatever you doing out there, that's a business to you, and you out there grinding. You on the grind, and we want to talk about it. You get what I'm saying? We want to make sure that the people know what you got going on, why you have it going on, and make sure they know how to get to you so you can get your sales and everything popping. And just notification. People need to know what you got going. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be 2023 in a couple days. People need to know who on the grind. You know what I'm saying? So as you know, when you see me, that means I got somebody that's on the grind, and we need to talk to the people that's on the grind. You know what I'm saying? I've been diving into the ladies a little bit more, making sure that people know that ladies out here been grinding, been doing what they've been doing for a very long time. You really seeing it for real this time, but it's been like that for a long time. Stop fronting like you didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But you already know ladies been running, and they've been running, and they've been doing a great job at it. You know what I'm saying? And then they doing it in the different circles, different areas. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'm focused on the music side. So you see a lot of music coming from my direction. We gonna start getting into a whole bunch of different things. But listen, I got a dope person. Now I'm gonna be bringing up here. You know what I'm saying? That we gonna talk to her, another lady. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk to her. We gonna see what she got going on, and see why she is on the grind. And of course, we doing it live. You already know what it is. Shaw Cypher, let's get it. Yeah. As you already know, Shaw Cypher, Brooklyn, New York. I'm based in Jacksonville, Florida right now, but I'm talking to somebody right now that I've been linking through, through Instagram, through email. We've been communicating. We've been making sure we know what's really good. She got a couple things, different things going on. You know what I'm saying? And we got some other things happening with her after this. You know what I'm saying? We got the magazine. We're going to be putting her in as well, the Grind Report. But really, OG the Queen is up on here with us. What's good, family?
What's up, Shy Cypher? Ring. No,
you
you
know
know how
this.
to do
Oh,
that.
let me put that on there. Hold on 1 second.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
Yes, you know it. You know it.
Talk to
First
me.
of all,
Let
go
the
ahead.
people know. Let the people know where you from. What are you representing right now?
Okay. Originally, I'm from Chicago. Currently, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay,
Um, coming out of all over the world,
right,
Atlanta, Georgia, Phoenix, Arizona,
right,
briefly Sacramento, California, just some everywhere, And I
right,
plan to just continue that, you know what I mean?
right,
That move or whatever, as far as moving around, bouncing around or whatever, because that's the type of person that I am,
right,
moving it all over.
right.
But so yeah, I'm just like I was saying, originally from out of Chicago. Um, I forgot the other part that you asked me, and that
No,
go
no,
ahead.
it's all good. It's all good. Shout out Chicago. Shout out Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Thank
talk to me about the differences in environments there. You know what I'm saying? Like you originally from Chicago, so talk to me about what I mean, what was it like for you there, and then
you.
transition into Wisconsin. And I thought I read you've been in more places than just those two, but if
Yeah.
that's the case, talk to me about how the transition was from one place to another.
Okay. Well, of course, yes. Well, of course, Chicago it's rough, of course we know,
Right,
but I can't complain about it too much because as we all know, no place is look like they say there's no place like home
right,
because home is home, you know what I mean? So it's
right,
like no matter what it houses, what is going on or whatever, it's still home to me. So home is where the heart is. So it still has
right,
my heart regardless, you know what I mean? So, I know that you have the big names. You got Ye, you got Chance the Rapper, we got Dirk, and all that stuff or whatever. Without those names or whatever, it
right,
still mean a lot to me. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So
right.
it's like okay. But yeah, and transition is like okay, like I say, there is no place like home. I can't compare any other place
Right,
to home or whatever because it just doesn't have the same essence.
right,
However, I have been able to adapt You know what I mean? And that's really anywhere that I go, because I do still keep the same flow. And I don't mean with my music only, but just who I am as a person. I still
Person.
keep, you know what I mean, that genuine personality of who I am, you know what I mean, mindfully, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right, right.
I just been able to adapt, and it's just been cool all the way around. So to God be the glory, and it is what it is.
Definitely, definitely. So talk to me, but what got you into music? You know what I mean? Why the music business? And then like, how did you get to the point where you said, yeah, this is what I want to do?
Okay. Well, I know initially I was just I don't know, I was just writing. I used to write books.
Mhm.
Well, I started off with poetry. I was doing poetry, and then I started writing books. And
Right.
then of course we all know that it's like Atlanta is, I didn't mention I moved to Atlanta, but in 2016.
Okay.
Atlanta is like one of the biggest influencers ever. And it's
Fact.
like when you go to Atlanta, and it's like, especially if you visit one of their joints, go to an open mic set. And it's like you can go in there never ever picking up a mic, ever picking up a pen or anything or whatever. And after you have seen some of everybody in there perform, whatever, you come out like, yeah, I'm gonna write this skit, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So you get influenced and inspired
Right.
like that,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like, wow. So anyway, I went from there, and I'm like, okay. So I was writing on the book, and I was like, you know what? Well, then I started. I was like, no, I was writing on the book, and then I started doing a spoken word piece. And then it's like the way that I was delivering it, somebody told me that I sounded like I was rapping. And I was
Oh,
like, well, let me see how that do sound. And then it was like kind of catchy. Then it just went
yeah.
from there. So then I started like, start penning things as a rap, you know what I mean? And it's like,
Right. Right.
okay. So I started getting into it like that. And it's like, again, big up to Atlanta, because it's like, hey.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Atlanta. You know what I mean? Atlanta definitely, is a big influencer in the
Yes,
music business. It's big for the independent artists too. A lot of independent artists go out there and really, get they grind on, you know what I mean, and really try to make a mark for themselves, especially
right,
from, when they coming from other places, right? Like,
right.
you know what I mean? There's a lot of people in Atlanta not from Atlanta. You get what I
Exactly.
mean? So,
Yeah, I was
that's
definitely one.
yeah. So who would you say, coming up in the music, just thinking about music overall, like who inspired you
Mhm.
in the music business, or even outside of the music, maybe just business savvy person anyway? Like who inspires you so far?
Okay. Well, I have a whole lot that inspire me, of course.
Yeah.
I have Whitney Houston. I like my R&B as well. I have Whitney Houston. I'm old school, as you can see,
Right.
OG.
Right.
But
OG.
anyway, we
Yeah.
got MC Light, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, of course. We got Heavy D. All, you know what I mean. But who can go without Snoop Dogg? Who cannot be a fan of Snoop? You know what I mean?
Snoop
And
DOWG. Yeah.
thank you, and actually that is the meat of where my name actually came from.
Okay.
I actually was on IG one night, and I know a lot of people probably are familiar with, but anyway, he has this video, a little, snippet, whatever. Anyway, I remixed it, and it had in the background is like the song "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Yeah.
And at that particular time, I was going through some spiritual things or whatever. So anyway, that song is like tied into a lot of things. It's like a message from God, like,
Mhm.
okay, let it go. And it's like telling me, let some stuff go. So anyway, I went back and I was on TikTok and I listened to some stuff from Snoop. And it's like, his song G Thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that one line, it says from a young G's perspective,
Yeah.
and it's like it just automatically rang like, okay, I want to use my voice, and I want to do this from my perspective. So
Right.
I'm an OG naturally, so it's from an OG's perspective.
Right. Right.
So who am I? Am I a male or am I a female? Am I a king or am I queen? I
Right.
am a queen, so I
Right.
am an OG, the queen.
Right, right. That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that hat too. That hat you got on is fresh
Oh,
right
thank
there.
you.
That
Thank
hat
you
right
for missing on my hat. And I just want to ask you,
there.
am I wearing it right? Because you know how Mike say, he gripped it right. You got to grip it a certain way now. You got to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mike say, you got to grip it like so, and is you okay? Am I
Yeah,
wearing
no,
it right
no,
though?
you got it. Yeah, you fresh. You definitely fresh with it. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? So
man, I'm just acting a fool.
always, always. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Now listen, talk to me about this song Thick. You sent this
Uh-huh.
the song thick. We actually got it playing right now on our radio station, Power 107.6 The Truth. You know what I mean? So the people tuning in, you can go to Power 1076thetruth.com. You can request the song directly from the website. Or you can download the mobile app, you know what I mean, for Apple phones. We don't have it for Google. You got to go online, you know, for the Google phones. But for iPhones, you know what I mean, you can download it and then you'll be able to hear the song. You can't request it from the app yet, coming soon. But you can definitely request it on the website. So talk to us about that song Thick, the whole purpose behind it, you know what I mean? And you know, like who produced it.
Oh, okay, okay. And right quick side note, y'all, go stream my shit. No.
Yeah, yeah. Go ASAP. ASAP.
Oh, and request my shit. But
Yeah.
anyway, no, Thick. First of all, the beat. Who produced that beat? Mm, I want to say it was Triple X. I'm not sure. I would have
Okay.
to. Anyway, it's on my cover. I forgot because I
It's
just
all
use a
good.
lot of different people.
All
But
different.
anyway,
Shout out to the producer. Yeah.
yes. Oh, thank you. But anyway, I listened to the beat and I'm like, the beat was very catchy. And I'm like, so then I don't know, just out of nowhere, I start thinking about some stuff that I was going through at the time. And it's
Right.
like, I just get sick of haters. And it's like somebody had called me and it's like, it just like that or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. And then it's like, it just came together like water,
Right.
and
Right.
it's
Right.
like, what would I name it? And it's like thick, like I mentioned in the opening, like the air is thick. And you know how they say the tension is thick. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's
Right. Right.
like it's so heavy, it's so bad, it's so this, it's so rough. Everybody can relate because everybody have haters. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
So it's like there you go. It's thick everywhere. My hair's thick and the air's thick. Everywhere is thick.
Right.
Thick,
Right.
thick,
Right.
thick, 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 thick. And that's it. The hate is thick. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I already like the song, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you.
you know what I mean? I think people before they get a chance to hear the song, they
Hmm.
see the name of it and they kind of assume they think they know what the song's about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I say the
Yeah,
same thing because
I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie. When I saw the name, I was like, okay, I think I know what this is about. It could be self-explanatory, you know what I mean? But when I listened to the song, I was like, oh, she talking about the haters, how that, oh, that's you know what I mean, how that's thick, people was when the haters go hard, they go hard. They lay it on thick. They, you know what I mean, they come at you all kinds of
don't think.
directions and all that extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like the track. I like the whole concept behind it.
Okay.
The engineering and producing on it. So definitely it was a good job. I mean, people definitely need to hear that. I think people can if they're not using it right now as like their anthem or their new version of haters,
Hmm.
then they definitely should say, I'll be saying, yo, man, that hate over here thick right now. You
I
know what I'm
know, right?
saying?
I
Like
know
this
that's
is
right.
real thick, you know what I
Big
mean?
up. Big up.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
So
Salute.
definitely. Um,
Salute.
yeah, so you say you worked with a whole bunch of different producers. So what other producers have you worked with so far? And what I mean, are you planning to release any full albums or anything like that?
Well, I am currently working with excuse me, DJ Download Davis. He's a producer slash artist slash
Okay.
DJ, of course. But anyway, I just released a single with him, a collab with him, and it's motivational music. And he's underground champions. And let me see, I actually have to write my own notes.
Right, right.
But
It's all good.
anyway, and that will be released actually on not January, I'm sorry, December the 31st, New Year's Eve. So it's
New
coming
Year's
out soon.
Eve. Okay,
Hmm.
okay,
And
okay.
it will be on
Saturday.
Spotify.
Okay.
On Spotify and DistroKid. And as I mentioned, it's a motivational, tone, motivational music or whatever. And it sets the tone for, how we set our New Year's resolutions or whatever, whatever. So you know how when people say, well, I want to get this done, I want to get to my book, I want to get this song recorded, I
Right,
want to get this whatever.
right,
So it's called Just Move. So just move means okay. Well, you making plans or whatever, just get to it or whatever. So, like I said, it's good motivational speak, music or whatever. So
right.
that's a good tone for that. So I'm
Okay.
working with him. My engineer, he's an engineer slash producer. His name is Marcus Porter, aka the Porter. I call him Porter. Here in Madison, Wisconsin. I work with Legion Beats. I work with like
I'm
I said,
familiar with
Triple A.
Legion Beats. Yeah, I'm familiar with
You
Legion.
familiar with them? Okay. And it's like I said, it's just a bunch of them, because I do a lot of like online searching or whatever. So
Right, right,
that's
right.
pretty up. So if anything that's catchy, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna get that or whatever. So yeah, I'm just all over the place though.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope to have an in-house producer too. Like if you have a producer that
Definitely,
that you work with consistently, then they're used to your
definitely.
sound and be able to provide beats based on your
Hmm.
sound. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
you know what I mean. That's real dope. That's real dope.
Yes.
So what would you say, what I mean, is your definition of grind? This is a question we ask all the time. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Every person that we talk to, no matter what, what their grind is, but everybody thinks about this different, kind of like when we act, when people ask you about what do you think about success, right?
Hmm.
So, what do you consider your definition of grind is?
My definition of grind is basically just making sure, just getting to it,
Right.
and it's like not letting anything hold you back, and it can be even if you let's just say if you if even if it's just getting out the bed to get breakfast in the morning, you know what I
Right,
mean,
right,
or
right,
to go and take a walk around the block or whatever, you know what I mean. You have to get that willpower, that say yes I can, to say
right,
okay, get out and do it or whatever, it can be whatever your goal is, just doing it, and
right,
that's your grind, just to do it, just get
right.
it completed.
Right. That's what's up. There ain't no wrong answer. So I definitely, definitely makes sense. What else you got going on that you want to talk about? I know there's some different things that you want to talk about. You got a list. Let's let the people know what you got going on. What other grind things you got going on right now?
Okay. Well, like I mentioned, like I said, I am still definitely doing my music, but like right now I'm kind of like putting on a pause because I'm in a different direction. Like I did mention, my
Right,
first love was writing, which it was poetry, and on it is poetry, and I was writing my books. So right now my different direction is I'm in writing my book, which is kind of like it's not really a tell all,
right.
but it's a tell some, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
okay, okay,
So
okay.
anyway, it's including or involving like details from my upbringing and some traumas that I experienced. Not to trigger, and then I'm strong enough to talk about it. But I was, sexually assaulted when I was younger or whatever. So I'm talking about that, and
Right,
I usually wouldn't speak about certain things or whatever. So I want to use my book as a tool and a guide for other people to, like speak up,
right,
whatever, something may be hurting you. And I'm saying, no one knows what's going on with you in your life or whatever. Speak up about it. So I'm trying to encourage people with my book. I'm trying to change some lives or whatever. I'm just trying to do some things. Like I said, now that I'm in that space, you know
right,
what I mean?
right, right.
So, like they say, reach back. And you know how they say a lot of times, a lot of people will get up, become successful, and then they
Yeah,
forget about the people behind and they don't reach back. It's not only reaching back to get people just by money wise or monetarily, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get rich, I can come back and buy a house for somebody, whatever. That's not the only way that you reach back. You
right,
can reach back by, like I said, either by book, song, whatever, mentoring, empowering somebody or whatever. Maybe come take someone to breakfast, encouraging somebody, whatever. You can reach back in so many different ways. And that's one of the ways that I definitely want to do it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. Go at it. Do that book, you know what I'm saying? And let people know, you know what I mean, what's going on. I like the fact that you had the ability to put the stuff that's personal to you in there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope. What would you say was the biggest thing you learned in this business so far, no matter what it was, whether it's, in the book industry, trying to write that, in the music, you know what I mean? What do you feel like is the biggest lesson you've learned so far?
The biggest lesson is, just be yourself, do you, don't let anything or anybody be an obstacle to you,
Right.
for you, and just go for it, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we have some things that can get in the way and just make us think that we can't do it, or some other person may not like what you do, and that can stop you too. But the thing is, just be, you know honest with yourself and sincere and unique, and
Right,
just do it. And don't just we don't have no obstacles. You know what I mean?
right.
Just always say no to obstacles.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. You know what I mean? The obstacles are always going to come. You just got to make
Mm,
sure you know how to navigate through them. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? So I'm
Yeah,
getting ready to play this track right now, thick. I ain't gonna give them the whole thing because I want to make sure that they go check it out and that they go
that's
stream
right.
it. It's
Tease them.
available. It's available on all on digital platforms, right? You got it on you got it on Spotify and all that other
That's on.
stuff. Okay,
Yes, it's
all
on
right.
Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, Tadal,
Right,
pretty
yeah,
much
yeah,
everywhere. You
okay.
know.
Cool, cool. So I'm gonna play this track, you know what I mean, and we gonna get to it and see what's really good. You know what I mean?
All
Thick,
right.
get it.
Man, I thought that motherfucking air in Chicago was thick. You can cut that shit with a knife. But the hate out here, the hate out here, you can cut this shit with a saw on the rail. It's just thick. It's a conspiracy, why they so mad at me? Labels, they keep on the phone, they back at me. I'm the epitome, this hate is getting me. They keep on plotting and trying to get rid of me. It's a conspiracy, why they so mad at me? Labels, they keep on the phone, they back at me. I'm the epitome, this hate is getting me. They keep on plotting and trying to get rid of me. Enemies plotting, the apples be rotten. I got a passion, it can't be forgotten. But I keep pushing ahead. I want the peace, you want drama instead. Getting this bed where this not like a bed. Aim at your head and then I'll call the feds. Turn myself in, I'm guilty, I win. Haters the reason I had to go in. Kick down the dolly, I'm out on the floor with this mic like a whistle. I'm ready to blow, ready to go. I rock and roll, green lights like my past, and I let this shit go. Already know I'm stacking up food. My cup will fill up and it's go overflow. Tell me something I don't already know. OG the queen, and I'm getting this dope. It's a conspiracy, why they so mad at me? Labels, they keep on the phone, they beg at me. I'm the epitome, this hate is getting me. They keep on plotting and trying to get rid of me. It's a conspiracy, why they so mad at me? Labels, they keep on the phone, they beg at me. I'm the epitome, this hate is getting me. They keep on plotting and trying to get rid of me. It thickens, the clock is ticking. Give up on my dream, I'm sticking to the plan. It's a master plan from the master hand. So I clap my hand, screaming on demand. Queen, I'm in command. So I rap a man, I don't do pretend. But I'm getting trans and I'm getting banned. And I'm shaking hands and I'm making friends.
Do that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, y'all need to go. I stopped it right there because I want y'all to go check out the whole song on
That's right.
Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to go check that out and let people know. You know what I mean? Let them know what you think. You know what I mean? And we're about to get to her. Matter of fact, let us know your social media so they can hit you up and let you know what they think about the song if they had the
Sure.
opportunity.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Y'all can get at me on IG at that's at OG the Queen. OGDAKWEEN. OG the Queen. Um on Facebook, on my fan page is same OG the Queen.
All right.
On Twitter is Queen OG1. So same Queen KWEEN OG and the number one. So other than that, I'm just OG the Queen everywhere.
Okay, dope, dope, dope. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all go check her out. You know what I'm saying, and follow her, all that good stuff. If you just tuning in, you can replay it on YouTube as well. This whole interview. In addition to that, we'll be taking the audio of this interview, and then we're gonna be putting it on our Spotify podcast, our iHeartRadio podcast that we got over there, and you know what I mean, other platforms that you podcast at. You know what I mean, so. You know what I mean? That way you can hear, from the audio if you don't got time to watch. You feel me? Any shout outs? Anybody you want to give any shout outs to?
Well, shout out. I definitely want to shout out my man AJ Throwback. By the way, tomorrow he's doing a year end listening review where he's playing a clip. Actually, my thick would be there. Was he going to do the same? Play like a snippet of it.
Okay.
He's playing a lot of other different artists or whatever, which I really shout the man out because I appreciate what he's doing. He's allowing a lot of artists to get, have that opportunity to let other people hear them, have a chance to be heard or whatever. And it's something that I have not seen done. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's dope. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I want to shout out my man AJ Throwback, and he's also on Instagram, and y'all can follow him at AJ Throwback. I want to shout out R2 a BB. I'm sorry, that's it. R2BB, which stands for Road to Black Broadway, which we
Okay.
already know as a Black people, Black culture, we got to unite and get back together and get our ground, not the groundwork, but get our foundations back together,
Right.
get
Right.
us back together and do what we got to do, you know what I mean, as ourselves for representation and all. I want to shout out, one of many. He's one of the many. But anyway, he's a brand. Let's work. He's here in Madison, Wisconsin. Does a lot for the Black communities. It's just so many. Marcus Porter, my engineer. Just so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jay's Beauty, just so many. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
want to shout out everybody. Happy New Year, y'all.
Definitely. Happy New Year to everybody. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, OG the Queen, taking the time out. You know what I mean? Couple
Thank you.
days before the year, year ends. You know what I
Right.
mean? We want to make sure we get you in there. Make sure y'all, we at the end of January, we dropping issue 84 of the Grynd Report. If you don't know what the Grynd Report is, go to the grindreport.com. That's Grynd with a Y. Click on magazine and you can see all 83 issues that we got out right now. We issue 84. OG the Queen will be in there, you know what I'm saying? So we'll, look out for her in there, you know what I'm saying? And then definitely check out what she got going on, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So
Right.
other than that, listen, I appreciate one more thing. You want to say one more thing?
One more thing, I almost forgot. And I did mention, and I told my son, I said, I'm definitely going to get you. Like I said, today is his birthday. And he
Shout
told me,
out.
okay, mama, shout him out. I said, I'm going to shout out my son. So his name is FBEJ, and he's also an artist. And you all will be hearing about him. So I shout you out, FBE. Mama, love you. And keep on grinding because you're going to be grinding more. And I love you. And I wish you many, many more. I love you.
Yo, it's real dope that mother and son out here getting the grind.
Getting it together.
It's real dope. You know what I mean? Shout out to FBEJ. Keep doing your thing, my G. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Keep grinding. Well, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You already know what it is. Shaw Cypher, OG the Queen, on the Grind Live. If you trying to get part of On the Grind Live, then you know how to get to me. DM On the Grind Live and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Or the Grind Report, Shaw Cypher. I'm an artist too, so I get my artist thing going on. But I want to make sure that the people that I talk to get off what they trying to get off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is why it's On the Grind Live. So you already know what it is. Shaw Cypher, OG the Queen. Let's get it. You already know.